Hey folks, I want to go over your first essay option, which is writing a proposal. Now, this little tutorial is to help you figure out whether this essay is for you or not. You have two possibilities for our next essay, and the first one is to publish a petition. So I think a good place to start would be to clarify what I mean by a petition, and I put a definition for you here just to make it clear what it is I'm looking for. I'm actually looking for a persuasive piece of writing, and a petition is a formal written request. Now, why do we write petitions? Because we would like something to be implemented as law. We would like some kind of rule to pass. Or we would like to maybe, cancel out a rule that is already in place that already exists. So if you have something specific in mind, like an idea for a law or a rule to pass, then maybe this is the perfect assignment for you. So I think that the best place to begin this assignment is change.org. Before petitions used to be just like hard copy, people would sign them. I mean, that still exists today, but change.org is a platform that has really revolutionized the passing of petitions. In the past, it used to be, certain people would get together. By the time the petition was written, by the time it was circulated, by the time it went to some kind of a state legislature, it took so long. But now it doesn't take that long. An idea emerges from any kind of internet user. Honestly, you don't have to be an expert to start a petition. You begin a petition, you start to maybe market that idea. Maybe you're going to post it in your social media accounts. It gets recognition. Your friends share it, their friends share it, and before you know it, you have thousands of signatures, and then your petition gets delivered to an authority. So when I say an authority, it's basically somebody who has the power to make a change. And I want to take a moment and show you guys what change.org looks like. So here is, here is change.org. So look how easy it is starting a petition. I just click here and I follow along. What I want to show you is, the way that petitions usually are formatted. And what's cool is notice how many users there are of change.org. So I could actually appeal to approximately 400 million people who are part of this site and who read petitions every day. I'm part of it too. I actually get petitions sent to me every day through email. And a lot of times I just kind of like click past it, but sometimes when it's an issue that I think is important or I would actually like to see some kind of change I sign it, and it's very easy. You just click on it and you sign it. So here below are some trending petitions. And then, of course, if you want to see what's out there, you can always go to the hot topics that are being discussed at the moment in our society. There's so many. Notice how underneath each topic, there's actually tells you how many people have already signed it. And then, of course, you can click on it, read it, and, sign it if you want. Now, it all begins with an idea. And when you begin your petition, you already have to have that idea. So what's a good idea? Well, I don't know. This is just off the top of my head. I was really upset when Netflix took off Friends from their platform. What the hell is that all about? Friends is the most popular TV show, and Netflix just decided to get rid of it. I was extremely upset. It was just so easy for me to watch my Friends every time I was eating lunch, and now I don't have it. And, they got rid of it. So maybe I can start a petition to Netflix to bring back the Friends TV show. Maybe, and this is another idea that I'm borrowing from a former student of mine. It was such a brilliant idea. I was like, oh man, how come I didn't think of this first? So my student had an idea to write a petition to In-N-Out and advocate for a vegan menu option. And you know, In-N-Out has a very limited menu. And my student had the idea, well, you know, why not appeal to vegan people out there and include a vegan option? You know, why shouldn't they enjoy In-N-Out just like the rest of us? I thought that was a fascinating idea. So another one that has actually passed, and I wanted to mention this, and I want to show you guys just how powerful this platform can be. The Bachelor is a reality show on ABC, and in all its seasons, The Bachelor had only one black bachelorette. And suddenly, you know, in our current society, with all of the racial issues that are being discussed, a petition started going around to have the first black bachelor. And guess what? It got passed. It got enough signatures, and ABC actually acted pretty fast, and now we have the first black bachelor. And a lot of, you know, viewers of the show are very excited, and they're like, this is revolutionary, and this should have happened years ago, but it's happening right now. So do you guys see how I'm just, you know, naming some possibilities? What I'm trying to get at is your idea for this petition has to be specific. So let me just click on this petition right here that is trending at the moment. And I want to show you how a petition is formatted. So at the top is the title. The title has to be specific. When you are starting your petition, it's going to ask you to create a working title. You can, of course, change it later on. Then it's going to ask you for your name. Now, if you are not comfortable putting your name in such a public platform, you can always use a pen name. So notice how this petition was started by this person right here. Again, you can put another name if you want. As long as you tell me that it's you, I'll still, you know, follow along. But please let me know if you do decide to change your name on the platform. Then at least I'll know that that's the name you came up with. And then it's going to ask you to create a recipient for your petition. So who has the power to do something about the idea that you are proposing? Sorry, I apologize. So this person decided to target the University of Cincinnati, and notice how it says two others, because the person selected two other recipients that might be able to help. Now, I have not looked up these people, but something tells me they are powerful figures in the University of Cincinnati. So it might be the president or superintendent. These are probably the people who can do something about the issue. So for the decision makers portion of your petition, you have to do some research. If, for example, if I want to write my petition with the idea of Netflix bringing Friends back to the streaming device, well, I would have to first look up who's the CEO of Netflix. To be honest with you, I have no idea. But once I look that up, all right, then I can actually use that name as my decision maker. If I want to do In-N-Out, again, I know that In-N-Out is privately owned, so they're not a franchise. I know that it's like a female owner. I forget her name. I had looked her up before. But anyway, I will look up who is the CEO of In-N-Out. And again, that would be my decision maker. You know, if I can even write a petition to the President of the United States, Donald Trump, and have him be the main decision maker. I think the more specific you are in your selection of a decision maker, the more likely your petition is to being delivered. Now notice the next thing that you have to pay attention to is the way that a petition is formatted. Well, it's an online article, so obviously it's not going to look like your typical essay. What's fascinating about petition writing is you can use whatever device you want. You could use whatever font you want. Like you can make the font pretty big because you're trying to appeal to online users. Notice how it's more in online article format, which means that there are no indentations for the paragraphs. There's just a space between paragraphs. Notice how a lot of writers of petition, they choose to use italics, they choose to use bold. Some of these petitions are not even well written. I have to be honest with you. I've read so many. Like if you click browse here, you can come across so many that have actually passed or they are close to passing. So notice, I scroll down and there's like a whole bunch of petitions. Let's say none of these are interesting to me. Let's say I would like to get just a variety of ideas. Maybe I'm just, drawing a blank. I'm just, let's say, okay, this is one that was pretty popular. My student wrote about this as well. Notice this person wrote to the NBA. That's not a very good recipient for the petition. You should, maybe target the commissioner. Look, it says sign the petition. Nope, I have not read it. I'm not going to sign this. So let's say I look down, I'm like, oh, okay, that's it. How the heck did this person get so many signatures? You're going to come across some really bad ones. But what I'm ultimately trying to tell you, and I'll go back to the homepage, what I'm trying to tell you is these petitions, they take a lot of effort, and they are basically a type of essay writing too, because this is specifically a persuasive essay, and it's specifically targeted to get people to sign it so that it could be delivered to the appropriate authority figure. And that's what makes it so special. That's what makes it so relevant. In fact, a little fun fact I want to share with you guys. My student 2 years ago got 10,000 signatures. I have to follow up on her petition and see where her petition is now. But I thought that was amazing. The fact that she shared it on her social media profile, and then her friends shared it, and suddenly, it became a trending petition. It went viral, and people were just signing it. So the goal ultimately is to give you audience awareness, and that is the purpose of this assignment. So when I say publish a petition, what I mean is give me a proposal that is specific, that is directed to an audience, and that really ultimately follows along with the steps that's indicated in the change.org website. There's 4 steps total. You will see it once you start to follow the steps to writing and publishing your petition. Now, when you are ready, when you have published your petition, all you have to do is come back to our assignment portal and just copy paste what you published. I would say, since you want to put your petition on our assignment portal in Canvas, keep the formatting the way that a petition is supposed to look. Do not follow the MLA format. So again, I'm not looking for MLA. I'm just looking for a petition that actually looks like the way that you published it on change.org. So it should be the exact same thing, except copied into our assignment portal so that I can give you direct feedback. And that is option number 1 if you are interested in the petition.